All right, so here's a question. Who here wants to be rich? Okay, that's a rhetorical question. Everybody wants to be rich, but being rich can mean very different things to different people. For some people, it means owning expensive possessions or having a high income, like owning a $1 million house or having an annual salary of $500,000. And for some of you, that might feel too little. For you, being rich means owning a $10 million house or having an annual income of $15 million. And then there are some of you who are probably cringing at that very notion. A $10 million house? $15 million in annual income? Who needs that kind of money? I just need enough not to have to worry about money. As long as I have a roof over my head, have enough to take care of my daily expenses, to eat well, to dress well, to do the things that I care about, and to spend on people or things or causes that I care about. Now that is being rich. What a nice thought, isn't it? To be free from financial worries and to be truly ourselves, to truly live the life that we want. It's beautiful. But here's the thing. No matter what being rich means to you, you need a plan to get there. And that, in a nutshell, is what financial planning is all about. It is the process of managing your money in a way so you can achieve personal and financial satisfaction. Whatever it is that gives you personal and financial satisfaction, be it a large house, or traveling the world, or not having to work for money, or having enough time to spend with family and friends, or all of these things, your plan to achieve all this, that is financial planning. One useful way of thinking about financial planning is to imagine yourself in the middle of a valley, surrounded by thousands of peaks, where each peak represents a set of personal and financial outcomes. There is a peak that represents a $1 million house, a $500,000 annual income, and lots of free time to spend with family. There's another peak that represents a $10 million house, a $15 million annual income, owning 2 businesses, and having enough money saved up for your kids to fund their tuition to Harvard. From where you stand, some peaks are short and some are tall. Some are near and some are really far away. Some are easy to climb and some are really tough. Which one of these peaks do you want to climb? Notice, I'm not asking you which of these peaks can you climb. I'm asking you which one of these peaks do you want to climb. I can't answer that for you. That's something only you can decide. There's a peak for you, and there's a peak for me. And for most people, the peak that they want to climb is usually a very tall one. One that is really far away, and the trail, if there is one, is more perilous than the one Frodo took through Mordor to Mount Doom. Which, by the way, is completely fine. In fact, it's great, because now you know what you want and where you want to go. Now you can plan for the journey. If this were an actual hike, you would have started planning by asking yourselves, what kind of shoes or clothes should I wear? What sort of food should I carry with me and how much? What time of the day should I travel? What times should I rest? What if I need to camp somewhere? I don't know the first thing about camping. Where do I learn about it? What tools should I carry with me to prevent me from falling? Has anyone climbed this peak before? Maybe I can reach out to them for advice. Where can I find these people? Well, financial planning works the exact same way. Now that I know that I want to retire by the age of 50, now that I know that I want $1 million in retirement, or that I need, say, $25,000 per month after taxes to spend on my daily expenses, or my friends or family, or that I want to be debt-free in retirement, or that I want enough money saved up for my kids' college education. Now that I know what my peak is, how can I start managing my money today to achieve all that? What is my plan to climb my peak? So for instance, if I want enough money saved up for my kids' education, is there a way that I can start saving more money, either by earning more or by spending less? How can I make better budgeting decisions? What are the different ways in which I can save more money? How much should I save? And if for some reason I'm unable to save enough money, what forms of financial aid are out there that I can avail when the time comes? Similarly, if I want to make $25,000 per month during retirement, well, where will that money come from? Where and how much should I start investing today so I can make that kind of money? Where should I invest? In stocks? In bonds? In cryptocurrencies? In real estate? Or maybe gold? Or maybe I should start my own business and then have someone manage that for me when I retire. If the goal is to be debt-free in retirement, then what are the different things that I can do to avoid debt? Is there a certain way that I should be using credit cards? Is there a certain way I should be thinking about financing my car or my house? And in case I'm unable to avoid taking debt, what can I do to pay it off quickly? Does it matter what kind of debt it is? Whether it's credit card debt or a car loan or a home loan or a student loan? Are there specific strategies to pay off these different types of debt? These and the many, many other questions that you need to answer in order to formulate your plan and strategy to get to where you want to be, that is essentially what financial planning is all about. And I bet that most of you who are listening to this are feeling nervous right about now, because that sounds like a lot of work, a lot of questions you don't know the answers to. And I don't blame you. But as Thomas Wayne said to young Bruce Wayne, Bruce, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to admit that today you are ill-equipped for the journey. Don't be afraid to admit that there are questions you don't know the answers to. Because let me tell you something, in this day and age of Google and YouTube and ChatGPT, once you know the question, finding out the answer is not that difficult. It may take you some time to find reliable answers and understand them, but you will find them and you will understand them. In fact, that is exactly what financial literacy and financial education is all about. To learn and use all the knowledge, the skills, the tools, the competencies, and the behaviors you need to formulate and implement your financial plans. Unfortunately, the sad reality is that when most people find themselves in the middle of a valley and see that they're not well equipped to climb a peak that they would like to climb, they give up before they even start. Oh, I can never be physically or mentally strong to climb that peak. Or I don't have the time or the energy to plan and train myself for that kind of journey. And so what do? They just start walking. No specific direction, no particular peak in mind, just walking. Because hey, at least I'm moving forward. Well, as the saying goes, if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. Look, figuring out your financial and personal goals, getting financially educated, making a financial plan to achieve your goals, implementing your plan, sticking to it for potentially a long period of time, failing sometimes but getting up, making changes, and continuing to move forward towards your destination, it's not easy. Certainly not in the beginning. It requires time and effort and a high level of commitment. But honestly, doesn't it sound exciting and adventurous as well? I mean, would you rather just keep walking aimlessly? How boring is that? So here's what I would like you to do. First, if you don't know it already, figure out exactly what it is that will give you personal and financial satisfaction. Then, the second step, start formulating your financial plan. Start writing down all the questions you need to answer to develop your plan. Seek out the answers. Become financially educated. Now, this part takes time. In fact, sometimes it takes a lot of time. And guess what? That is completely okay. As Abraham Lincoln once said, give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. So sharpen the axe. And once it's sharpened, it's time to cut down that tree. It's time to set out on the adventure. And trust me, there's something absolutely magical about preparing and setting out for a journey with a meaningful destination. I wish you all the best in your financial journeys. This is Professor Ikram. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video useful, click the like button and subscribe to the channel. And feel free to ask any questions using the comment section. Happy learning.